بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم.
شروع اللہ کے نام سے جو رحمان و رحیم ہے.
اقرأ بسم ربک الذی خلق.
پڑھو اے نبی اپنے رب کے نام کے ساتھ جس نے پیدا کیا.
خلق الانسان من علق.
جمے ہوئے خون کے ایک لوتھڑے سے انسان کی تخلیق کی.
اقرأ وربک الاکرم.
پڑھو اور تمہارا رب بڑا کریم ہے.
الذی علم بالقلم.
جس نے قلم کے ذریعے سے علم سکھایا.
علم الانسان ما لم يعلم.
انسان کو وہ علم دیا جسے وہ نہ جانتا تھا.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all the students out there. Let's start the class with the name of Allah who is the most beneficent and merciful. This is class 6 and the revision video of English language teaching channel beginners. As you know, our first semester midterm content has been ended, so and the revision week is going on, so today we will revise the all midterm content. And before revising the content, I am going to inform you that your copies are starting to collect. So if you have completed your work, submit it at admin blog, and if you don't, so kindly complete it as soon as possible, because your exams will be taken after coming back to your school. So get ready for the exams. Now let's start the revision. In this revision we use the book Channel Beginners for channelizing your English speaking. Now in this midterm content we have learned about the 3 units. The unit number 1, Nice to Meet You, and its lesson number 1, 2, 3, and unit number 2, Home and Abroad, and its lesson number 1, 2, 3, and unit number 4, Whose Are These Clothes, and lesson number 1, 2, and 3. Let's start the revision of unit number 1, which is the Nice to Meet You. In this unit we have learned and studied about how to introduce yourself and how to introduce with someone and how to introduce others with someone else. And in this lesson number 1, the function of this lesson, introducing yourself and greeting peoples, spelling names, and exchanging basic personal information like first name, surname, and in this unit we have studied about the how to spell your first name and surname and spelling your name. Let's talk about the conversation. In this conversation the two people are introducing themselves with each other, and after reading this conversation what will you do? You have to complete this book exercise, and book exercise will be done in the book. So this you have to complete this chart. After reading this conversation you have to write about the Allison, its first name and surname, and same for the Robinson, that is the Ricardo. Same for doing about the Ricardo. The third one box is for you. You have to write your first name and surname. For example, if your name consists on Sarah Khan, so Sarah is your first name and Khan is your surname, so you can write first name Sarah and write your surname, that is the Khan. Now come to the structure. The structure of this conversation is we use the subject pronoun like I, you, and the verb be. We have discussed the verb be, the is, am, are, was, were. So present tense is used in the whole unit, so we use the present verb be like is, am, are, and the first and second person plural, affirmative, negative and interrogative form question, and the possessive adjective like my and yours. And we have discussed a lot of words in the vocabulary under the different headings like noun, male, female, and spelling names, and different other activities, adjective, and so on so forth. Let's come to the oral practice. What will you do in this oral practice? On page number 9 you have to complete this box by writing their first name and surname by using these hints. How do you spell your first name? How do you spell your surname? And in the second first one is given as an example. The second one you will have to do it by yourself. Now come to the lesson number 2. In this lesson number 2, the basic function of this lesson is greeting people and exchanging basic personal information like first name, surname, jobs, and apologizing. And the conversation is depend In this conversation, the three peoples are introducing their self and discuss their jobs and their profession. And after reading this conversation, what will you do? You have to do it the book exercise and complete this chart and writing about their three characters which are given in this conversation. And write about your first name, surname and job. And any occupation and job is not given about the any character. So what will you do? You have to put the question mark in the next of this character. And the function is same. We use the indefinite article like a and n. A is used for a doctor and n is used for an actor. And vocabulary we have discussed. And the verb be we use in this structure and first person and second person singular and plural and affirmative, negative and interrogative forms of question and possessive adjective are and yours. Vocabulary, in which vocabulary we have discussed some jobs like doctor, actor, teacher. And come to the oral practice. In this oral practice on page number 11, this is the guessing game and the pair activity. In this activity, a first person and the first student, we need a two student, and in this activity one student choose a card which are given in you, in which are different characters and their profession are written. So first person will choose a card and the second one will guess you the who the first person is after asking the different question like this: are you an actor? If you are an actor, so you can reply yes I am, and if you are not an actor, so you can say no I am not. And then he will guess you after asking the different questions. And like this, what's your first name? So you will reply my first name is Simon. So he can guess you, are you Simon Wicks? Are you a doctor, right? So you can say yes you are right, I am a Simon Wicks and I am a doctor. Now this is the end of lesson number 2. Come to the lesson number 3. In lesson number 3, which is the greeting and function. Now what is the farewell? What is the greetings? Greeting means the sign to welcome, sign of welcome to someone, and farewell means a sign of departure to someone. In this lesson we have discussed the difference between hello and hi. Hello is the formal way to greeting or welcome to someone, and hi is an informal way to greeting or welcome to someone. Same as the difference between goodbye and bye. Goodbye is used for the formal way for departure to someone, and bye is an informal way to departure to someone. The basic function of this lesson is greeting and saying goodbye to others. And vocabulary are used in this conversation. Different times are used like good morning, good night, and adjective like funny. And after this you have to complete and do this book exercise. What will you do? You have to take the correct picture when your day starts and it continues and it ends. The different times are given. You have to order them the correct picture. For example, good morning, your day start with good morning, the picture C. You have to write here in the end of the box 1 and complete this exercise in a same manner. Come to the listening task. Listening task, what will you do? Women is talking about the 3 person and discuss their first name, their surname and their occupation. So you have to listen the transcript carefully and match the first name with their surname and their occupation. Like John the first name and his surname is Lawson and his occupation, he is a doctor. So you can match John with the Lawson and with the actor and complete the whole exercise in this way. Now come to the reading task. In reading task, what will you do? This is a comic strip, and after reading this speech bubbles, what will you say? You have to tell us either this comic speech is funny or not. So this comic speech is funny because when the patient came to the doctor said, how are you? The patient replied, I'm fine. So doctor said, if you are fine, so why do you come here? So it means that is the comic strip. In speaking task and writing task, what will you do? This is the letter game, and this will play with 3 people. The first one is a group leader and the rest of the other are players, and the group leader will note down the all information about the players and complete the form and ask any name. If any player will guess the name correctly, he will score them, and who will get the high score will be the winner of the game. Now this is the end of lesson number 1 or unit number 1. Come to the unit number 2, that is the home and abroad. In this unit we have discussed the countries and its nationality, And in this conversation on page number 14, the conversation is between the radio RJ and a caller, and the caller is trying to guess the radio RJ, that is who is. And after reading the conversation, you have to complete the book exercise. The book exercise, you have to write the A or T. A is used for Antonio Banderas and T is used for the Tina Rodriguez, and you have to write A for Antonio Banderas next to this information, and T for Tina next to its information. For example, actor, now who is the actor of this in this conversation, that is the Antonio, so you can write A next to the option A. And 25 years old, who is 25 years old? Tina is 25 years old, so you can write T next to the option B. Now then you can match these countries with their nationality. For example, Spain, you can match the Spanish. Italy, you can match the Italian. Now the function of this conversation is exchanging basic personal information like age, first name, and telephone number and nationality. And the structure we used here, the verb be, first form and second form, and first person and second person, singular and plural, affirmative, negative and interrogative and short questions, possessive adjective, my and yours, are and your, and question work, who, where, what, where are you from. And vocabularies, we have discussed the country's name and nationality, like France, its nationality, French, and other words like countries and telephone number, and so on so forth. In oral practice on page number 15, what will you do? You have to take the help from the page number 112. On 112, this is a group pair activity. This one page, what will you do? You have to choose a person, and different actor and actresses are given in this picture, so you can choose in one of them and you can select or think by your choice as you like the most, and the next person will ask you the different question and try to guess the person who you are, and ask you the question like this: are you male or female? If you thought about a female, so you can say this is a female. And where are you from? I'm from Pakistan. And how old are you? And what's your first name? And are you? And he can judge you by your first name. And after this oral practice, come to its lesson number 2. Lesson number 2, what will you do? You have to look this diagram carefully and complete this box. This box consists 2 columns, the male column and the female column. The male, some words are written in both columns, and you have to complete the missing and empty spaces by looking this diagram. For example, man is also given. You have to write here the women, the female column. Father is given to you. You can write husband in a male column and the female is wife, and complete the box in a same way. In this conversation, the two friends are talking. In one of them is telling about the family members by showing the pictures. And after reading this conversation, you have to complete this book exercise and describe each picture and providing the answer of the following question. The question is, what is his name? Andy, is he single? No, he isn't. Who is his wife? Salvi. And where is she from? Salvi is from France. And same will do with this picture. The basic function of this conversation is talking about one's family, and the structure we use, the third person singular, verb be, and he, she, affirmative, negative and short answer, and possessive adjective, her and his. And vocabulary we have used like family members, brother, sister, mother, and other words, other noun like photo, France, and adjective, married and single. Now come to the listening on page number 17. What will you do in this listening? You have to listen the transcript carefully and complete this Allison family tree by the given name which is provided in this box. You can write under these pictures. Now after this, come to the oral practice. Oral practice, that is the guessing game, in which we need two students. First will write about their family member's name, and the second one will guess you who are they to him or her by asking the different question like this. If you write about George, And so the next member will ask you, is George your father? If George is your father, so you can say yes, he is. And if George isn't your father, so you can say no, he isn't, he is my brother. And you will continue for the other family member's name. Now come to the lesson number 3. Lesson number 3 is the reading task, the parent of the year. This reading task and reading extract is about the Phil Thomas. Phil Thomas is a single parent of 4 young children. That's why the people gave him the title, the parent of the year. And after reading this extract, you have to fill this book exercise and fill this tag about the Phil Thomas, which about this information which are given in the reading extract. Vocabulary we have used in different nouns like age, children, and adjective we use under the vocabulary like married, single, experienced, and patient. And this is the end of now come to the listening task. In this listening task, what will you do? You have to listen the listening transcript and complete the missing information and tick the correct information for both the applicant forms. And come to the speaking. In this speaking, you have to describe each picture and complete this box by your imagination, and the second partner will ask you the question about each picture like this: what's his first name, or what her first name, her surname, how old is she or he. And come to the writing task. Writing task, you have to write about 2 your family members, 1 male and female, by following these questions: what's his name or her name. And you can start with this: Sarah is my sister, she is 25 years old and she belongs to Pakistan and she is single. Now this is the end of unit number 2, home and abroad. Come to the unit number 4, that is the whose are these clothes, and it's lesson number 1. In this lesson number 1, the conversation is between a couple who lives in Boston, but right now he is in New York for attending a birthday party. Unfortunately, they have got a wrong suitcase. So how they express their feeling and how they converse, you have to read in this conversation. Now after reading this conversation, you have to complete this book exercise and provide the answer of these following questions by 1-word answer you can write here. And the basic function of this conversation is expressing possessions and talking about clothes. And structure we have used the have got structure we have used in this conversation, and first and second person singular and plural words or pronoun, and third person plural like they we used. Affirmative, interrogative and negative forms we use, and short questions and possessive case. And vocabulary we have used in different categories like clothes, boots, trousers, shirt, and other like hotel, suitcase, and dress, adjective, ugly, and late. And after this, what will you do? Come to the oral practice. Oral practice on page number 27. This is a group survey of 6 people, and in one of them is a group leader, and group leader will ask you the different question by using the have got verb and the given prompt after for each member of the group, and each member of the group will reply they have got the same thing the group leader asked or not, so you can reply. And after completing the survey, the group leader will provide the result that how many people have got the same thing as he asked or the different thing. Now come to the lesson number 2. In lesson number 2, first you will have to match the opposite word. Chubby, you can match with the slim. The chubby means fatty and its opposite is slim, so you can match with slim. And complete this exercise and match the opposite. Now let's discuss its conversation. In this conversation, the 2 friends are talking about their favorite film and its actor which is going to appear on TV tonight. And after reading the conversation, you have to tick the correct picture who they are talking about, and this is the Andy Garcia. They are talking about the Andy Garcia. The function of this conversation is asking about and describing the people's personality and physical appearance and expressing preferences. And the structure we use in the whole unit, the verb have got, and the third person male or female, affirmative, negative and interrogative, short forms questions. And vocabulary, we used different words and different headings like noun, eyes, TV and adjective, chubby, slim, talkative. Come to the page number 29. This is a listening task. What will you do in this listening task? You have to listen the correct transcript and tick the correct picture in this listening transcript. And come to the oral practice. In this oral practice, this is a guessing game between the 2 friends. The first one will ask the classmate, any classmate, and the second one will try to guess who the first student is thinking of. Like the different question, if you thought about the female, so the second partner will ask you the question male or female, so you can say it's a female or male. Has he got blue eyes? If he or she has got a blue eyes, so you can reply yes he has, and if he or she hasn't, so you can reply he or she hasn't. And come to the lesson number 3. Lesson number 3 is a reading task, and this is an email which is writing to the Penny for their friends and telling about their new flatmates. And after reading this reading extract, you have to complete the blanks by writing the correct name of their new flatmate, and the listening. Come to the listening, you have to take the correct answer and correct column about the Roberto and Gabriela next to the question. The basic function of this reading extract is talking about people's physical appearance and personality, and telling somebody surprising news, and we use the different headings under the vocabulary like noun, email, flatmates, and friends. Adjective are used, funny, yellow glasses. And come to the speaking task. In speaking, on page number 31, what will you do? This is a group activity of 4 people, and you have to discuss the each member which is given in the picture. And by asking and using this example, I think Fiona is shy, the other member will agree, so he will or she will reply yes you are right. I think Lucy is also shy, and Lucy has got a short dark hair, so you can say yes you are right. And I think Fiona has also short but fair hair. And in its exercise number 2, what will you do? You have to look at the picture carefully, and after closing the book, the first member and the other member will ask you the question about the picture, and each member like this, who has a black skirt, and you can reply Pauline and Lucy have got a black skirt. And in the writing task, what will you do? You have to write about to your friends by following these questions. How old is she, and is she or he tall or slim? Or you can write in this way, my friend Sarah is 10 years old, yes she is tall and she is slim, and so on so forth. And this is the end of the revision of the channel beginners and lesson number 4. Now come to the presentation. What will you do? First you will have to introduce yourself like this, my name is whatever your name, and I read in class 6, and today is my presentation topic. Whatever you want to speak on any topic you have to discuss, and in the second part you have to discuss your topic in detail. Third you will end. Thank you very much, I have discussed in this topic. And now come to the interview activity. This is the student and teacher activity. In this activity, teacher will ask you different question and the student will provide the answer. And now this is the revision of channel beginners. Let's discuss the closing page and content. Now for making the closing page, you have to first write the content. Unit number 1, nice to meet you. It's lesson number 1, 2, 3. Unit number 2, home and abroad. It's lesson number 1, 2, 3. Unit number 4, whose are these clothes? And it's lesson number 1, 2, 3, presentation. And in the end you will write the tag first semester midterm has been closed, teacher remarks, teacher signature, and stamp. Now for showing how to converse with your friend and showing their expression, I need a partner for showing the expression. So miss, please come forward for showing the expression with the conversation. Hey Jen, your favorite film on TV tonight?
What movie?
You know that movie with that actor?
What actor?
The actor, I don't know who, what's his name. You know, he has got lovely brown eyes.
Has he got fair hairs?
No, he hasn't. He has got a short dark hair.
Oh, you mean that he is short and handsome?
Yes, you are right. He is short and handsome.
I know, he is from
Puerto Rico. Yes, you are right. What's his name?
He is Andy Garcia.
Yeah, you are right. Thank
Okay,
you.
we will watch movie together.
Oh yeah, sure. Thank you. And you will converse with your friend in the same way in the exams. Now let's discuss the paper pattern. Your paper consists on 2 parts, paper A or paper B. Paper A consists on the 3 questions, question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. Question number 1 is based on the multiple choice question MCQs, and question number 2 is based on SRQ, short representative question, and the detailed representative questions. In this part you have to provide the answer shortly and detailed form type of questions. And question number 3, this is a listening task, and paper B consists of the oral, conversation and presentation paper. Conversation plus presentation paper. And this is a question number 4. In midterm you have got a 4 question, and this is a question number 4. Question number 4, A part is belong to the conversation, and question number 4B is belong to the oral practice. Question number 3 is based upon the interview activity, and question number 4C, this is the presentation activity, journal presentation. Now this is the paper pattern, and this is the end of the revision of first semester midterm content. First we will start the revision of grammar, middle school English grammar and composition by Wren and Martin. So first you should know what is grammar. Grammar is what the rules of learning language structures are called grammar. Now after knowing the definition of grammar, we start the revision of unit number 1, that is the noun, gender and number. What is noun? Noun is the name of person, place, animal, thing and everything. For example, me, I am, and you, this classroom, these are the nouns. And it's chapter number 1, we will discuss the gender. What is the gender? Gender, the state of being male or female is called gender. There are 4 types of gender. The first is masculine gender. Masculine gender shows the male person like father, boy, and the second is feminine gender. Feminine gender shows the female person like mother, girl, and the third one is neuter gender. Neuter gender shows the non-living things or lifeless thing like book, table, and the last one is common gender. Common gender, the words are used for both male and female noun like rat, child, baby. These are the common gender. Now after knowing the types of gender, let's see how to change the masculine gender into the feminine gender. There are 4 methods. The first is the journal method. You have to change the entire word like boy is a masculine gender, you change it boy into the feminine gender, that is the girl. Second method, you have to add es, a, like this, tiger, that is a masculine gender. When you make it the feminine, you add RESS. You can add the feminine gender like Sultana. Same as hero, you can make the feminine gender and write here the heroine. And now come to the book exercise. In this book exercise on page number 8, what will you do in this exercise? Page number 11, in this exercise, what will you do? You have to change the gender. So the first is my grandfather is the author of many children book. You have to change the gender. Grandfather is a masculine gender. You have to change it into the feminine gender. You can write here, my grandmother is the authoress of many children books. Now come to the chapter number 2, numbers. Number shows the quantity of noun, either the singular or plural. So there are 2 types of number, the singular one and the plural one. Singular number shows the one person, one noun, and one place, one thing, and animal like child and book. And the plural number shows more than one thing, one noun, one animals, one places, and for example children and books. So there are a lot of methods for changing the singular into the plural one. The first is by adding the journal rule. For example, if you have a boy singular, you can change it by adding the journal rule boys and add s next to the boy. The second one is sibilant. Sibilant means if your noun ends in ch, sh, s, o, X, you can add es next to these noun. For example, watch ends in ch, you add es next to the watches. Same as brush ends in sh, brushes. Glass, glasses. Box and boxes. Some noun ends in y, so we can add ies next to these noun, like key. These noun consist in one vowel and one consonant, so we add s in front of or next to these word. And for example, army, we can change it ies, armies. Now this is the end of chapter number 2. Let's discuss this book exercise. In this book exercise, what will you do? You have to change the plural into the singular on page number 18. The first exercise, write the singular of each of the following. Mice, you have to given as a plural, you can make it the singular, that is the mouse. Mouse is a singular. And in B exercise, write the plural of each of the following. Like baby, you can change it babies. Now come to the unit number 3. Unit number 3 is the pronoun. What is the pronoun? Pronouns are words which are used instead of a noun, and we use the pronoun for avoiding the repetition of any noun. And the basic pronoun are I, we, you, he, she, it. I, you, we, he, she, it, they. These are the subjective pronoun, and him, her, them, it, me, these are the objective pronoun. Now come to its book exercise. What will you do in this book exercise? In book exercise, for exercise number 1 on page number 29, you have to pick out the pronoun and then tell what they refer. The first is, when the tiger saw the woman, it sprang upon her. So the pronoun is it represents to tiger, and her, it represents to women. And you can solve the whole exercise in a same method. Now come to the exercise number 2. In exercise number 2, what will you do? You have to change the some noun into the pronoun. For example, the girl sings sweetly, the people like to her, the people they listen to her, and they gave her money. So we replace the people by they, and we replace the girl by her. Now this is the end of unit number 3. Quickly move towards the chapter number 6 of unit number 3, that is the kinds of pronoun. The kinds of pronoun, we have got a lot of kinds of pronoun. The first is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun shows the person or thing. The person who is speaking is called the first person, like I, and the person who is spoken to, that is the second person, like you. And when the person is spoken of, these are the third person. For example, he, she, it, and they. Now come to the emphatic, another kind, that is the emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun emphasizes the noun or emphasizes the subject. For example, I, myself, will do it. So myself is a pronoun which emphasizes the subject, that is the I. Now next is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun, when the subject perform any action, it reflects back upon the subject. For example, we often deceive ourselves. Ourselves is a pronoun and which emphasizes and which reflects back the action towards the subject. Now how can we identify these sentences are emphatic or reflexive? If we remove the pronoun from this sentence, or the sentence doesn't change its meaning and it won't affect the meaning of the sentence, it means it is the emphatic pronoun. And if we remove the pronoun from the sentence, it affects the meaning of the sentence, that is the reflexive pronoun. Right, now come to the demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun means point out the objects. These pronoun points out the objects clearly. For example, this, that, those and these. This and is used for singular thing or which is near to you, and these is used for the plural thing. Those is used for the singular thing and plural thing, and that is used for the singular thing. This and that we use for those things which are near to you, and those and these we use those things which are far from you. For example, this is my house. Right, this is a piece of chalk, and this is a single thing. We use this and it is near to me, so we use this person, this pronoun. And that is the fan. Fan is far from me, but or these are the books. Books are plural, so we use these pronoun. And those are the children. Children are also plural and far from me, so that's why we use the those pronoun. Now come to the distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun, these pronoun when you say any action or any order, the each member group of a member listen and act upon your advice and your instruction. For example, the distributive pronoun are each, either and neither. Means distributive pronouns refers to the each member of a group, right? For example, each of you will do this. So each is a distributive pronoun. Indefinite pronoun, when we talk about in a general way, so we use the indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun are some, few, many, all. These are the indefinite pronoun. Now come to the interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns, when we ask some question and getting some information, we use the interrogative pronoun, like who, what, where, who are you. Now let's discuss its book exercise. Book exercise on page number 34, that is the exercise number 2. What will you do? You have to pick the demonstrative and indefinite pronoun in these sentence. Can any of you do this sum? So pick out the indefinite and demonstrative pronoun. Any is indefinite pronoun and this is the demonstrative pronoun. Now on exercise page number 32, what will you do? You have to tell us, I myself will do he had himself. Now pick out the pronoun and tell us either the sentence is reflexive or emphatic. So first pronoun is myself and the next is himself. The first sentence is emphatic sentence because if we remove the myself from this sentence, it doesn't affect the meaning of the sentence. So that is called the emphatic sentence. He hurt himself. If we remove the himself from this sentence, it affects the meaning of the sentence. Like he hurt. Whom to hurt you don't know. So we need to put again the himself pronoun, that is the reflexive pronoun. You can do the whole exercise in a same way. Now come to the exercise 3. What will you do? You have to underline the distributive pronoun. The first point is each of you has received a prize. So each is a distributive pronoun. Now the exercise number 4 on page number 35, that is the pick out the interrogative pronoun, and the exercise is which is your uncle's house. So which is an interrogative pronoun, you have to pick it the interrogative pronoun. This is the end of chapter number 6. Come to the relative pronoun, chapter number 7. The relative pronouns are the pronoun which join these sentences, two sentences together and provide the information about the subject. And the subject we have discussed and mentioned the previously. For the previously term we use another word for previously, that is the antecedent. Antecedent means previously mentioned or previously described. So relative pronouns are the pronoun which tell us or which describe the subject which we have mentioned previously. Let's see and check out this definition with the help of an example. This is a boy who stole my pen. So who represent and provide the information, briefly information about the subject which we have discussed or mentioned previously. What did the person do? And who is a relative pronoun. We use here the who for the person. We talk about the boy, and boy is a person, so that's why we use the relative pronoun who. And who, what, that, which, whose, whom, these are the relative pronoun. And that is the use of relative pronouns are who is used for the person, either the singular and plural, and that is used for the person or thing, and which is used for person, animal and sentences, and what is used only for things. Now come to his book exercises. Book exercise on page number 48. The book exercises. That it's gone. In this point, what will you do? You have to just pick out the relative pronoun and its antecedent and tell about the antecedent, either it's singular, plural, its gender is case, and its person. Antecedent always come near and before the relative pronoun. So relative pronoun is here that, and its antecedent is read. And read, when we talk about the someone, so that is the third person, and rat is used as a common gender, and it's a singular one. And the case, when we see this sentence for checking the case, the rat that ate the corn. So we use the who word for checking this case. So who ate the corn? The rat ate the corn. It means the rat is performing an action. So this is the nominative case, and we check the case in this part of sentence which we find out the relative pronoun. Now come to the book exercise 2 of this chapter, that is the fill in the blanks with the correct relative pronoun. God helps, who help themselves. We fill this exercise by who relative pronoun because here we talk about the person. Now exercise 3, what will you do? You have to join these sentences by the relative pronoun. We join these both sentences by the relative pronoun, that is the who, and we use who near to its or before its antecedent, and antecedent is the thief. Right, now this is the end of chapter number 7. Quickly move towards the unit number 6, verb. What is verb? Verb comes from a Latin word, that is the verbum, which means a word, and verb tells about the subject. Three things. The first is what is a subject, person, place, thing, noun, does. For example, he loves. The second one is what is done by a subject, he is scalded. The third thing about the subject, what is the state of being or what is the state of the subject, that is the cat is dead. And now come to its book exercises. Book exercise on page number 89, exercise number 1. What will you do? You have to pick out the verb from the sentence. The girl sings sweetly. So sings is an action and girl is performing an action, so that's why sing is a verb. Now come to the exercise number 2. Exercise number 2, you have to fill the correct verb in these blanks. The first is birds build nest in the trees. In exercise 3, you have to make the 10 sentences by yourself and underline the verb like this. I am singing a song. And verbs are not always in a single word, it can be more than one word, like I am singing. So am singing, both words are considered as a verb. And exercise number 4, in this exercise you have to pick the verb. The first point is he worked and sang from morning to night. So worked and sang, both are the verb. In exercise number 5, you have to insert the verb in the following blanks. For example, as much as I tried, I couldn't refuse my mother to let me have a bowl of ice cream. Now this is the end of the unit number 6. Come to the unit number 7, that is the composition, and it's chapter number 58, essay. So what is an essay? Essay is a short piece of writing in which that expresses the information and the writer's opinion about the given topic. Now come to the types of an essay. There are following types like descriptive essay, reflective essay, argumentative essay, imaginative essay. And come to the method, how to write a essay. There are 4 steps of writing essay writing, and let's discuss the method. After this, now there are 4 steps of writing an essay. The first is introduction, in which you have to introduce the topic on which you are going to write an essay and define this topic briefly in a few sentences. Now step number 2, you have to provide the complete or detailed information about the given topic in paragraph step. And in step number 3, you have to evidence step. In this step, you have to provide the empirical evidences, empirical experiences and accident or incidents about the given topic, which supports the step number 2. And the last step is the conclusion. In this step, your essay towards its logical end, and in this last step, the writer provides their opinion and suggestion. Now this is the end of the chapter number 58, essay writing. Come to the chapter number 59, that is the story writing. Story writing, first you should know what is a story. A story tells about the event, either fictional or non-fictional. Fictional events are based on the false or wrong or imaginative information, and non-fictional based on the correct information or empirical information. Now types of the stories are, there are 2 main types of story, like fictional stories and non-fictional stories. Fictional stories is based upon the wrong or imaginative stories or information, and non-fictional stories are based upon the correct or empirical evidences or information. There are further types of stories, either the story are fictional or non-fictional, that is the imaginative stories, historical stories, traditional stories, mysterious stories, scientific stories and adventurous stories. Now let's discuss the method of a story, how to write a story method. Introduction consists of three things. The first is topic, in which you describe the topic on which you are going to write a story, and the second is characters. You define the character. Characters are the performer of creating a problem in the story, and the third is setting, location at which any accident or incident happen. Now come to the middle parts. You have to describe and provide the detailed information and discuss the accident about the given topic. Climax, this is the turning point of your story, and in this story you try to reach and solve the problem of any incident or accident. Now the end, in this part you solve or resolve the problem, and the last is the moral, whatever lesson you have learned from this story. Now this is the end of the revision of middle school English grammar composition by Renan Martin. Now let's discuss its closing and content. This is the content of midterm examination of middle school English grammar and composition by Renan Martin. Unit number 1, it's chapter number 1, 2. Unit number 3, pronoun, it's chapter number 5, 6, 7. Unit number 6, verb, and it's chapter 14. Unit number 27, composition, and it's chapter number 58 and 59. I have provided the content in the solution. You can follow from there, and after this you can close the copy and this page by writing this. And after writing the content, you have to end by this title: for semester midterm. Midterm has been closed. Teacher remarks, teacher signature, and stamp. Let's come to the index. How to maintain your index? First, you will have to fill this one page according to your name, class, section, and book. Then come to the index. This is the index of middle school English grammar composition and by Renan Martin. You have to first write the first semester midterm has been started in week number 1. Week number 2 we have discussed the unit number 1, it's chapter number 1 and 2. In week number 2 we have started the unit number 3, it's chapter number 5, 6, and in week number 3 we have continue the chapter number 6 and chapter number 7. We have started in week number 4 and unit number 6. In week number 5 we have started the composition unit number 27, it's chapter number 58, and in week number 6 we have started the chapter number 59 story writing, and in week number 7 this is the revision week, and you have to end by this title: for semester midterm has been closed, teacher remarks, teacher signature, and stamp. That is your index, and that is the end of the revision of midterm content of middle school English grammar and composition. Let's quickly move towards the tenses portion, right? Now what is the tenses? Tenses shows the time of an action. And what are the types of tenses? There are 3 types of tenses. The present tense. Present tense shows the time which is going on is called the present. For example, I am teaching and you are watching my videos. These are the examples of present tense. Now the past tense, the time which had gone is called the past tense. For example, you came to school, and the future tense, the time which is going to come is called the future tense, like you will come back to school. Now each tense has its own kind, like present tense, present indefinite or present simple, continuous, it's also called the progressive, perfect, and the perfect continuous. Now come to the present indefinite simple tense. The identification of present tense in Urdu, that is ta hai, ti hai, and they हैं. The identification in Urdu of present tense. In English, we use the first form of verb for the present tense. In some cases, we use the s, es or ies. Let's talk about the structure. There are two types of structure in present tense. The first one is subject plus first form of verb, s, es and ies plus object. We use this structure for third person singular and like he, she, it and any singular noun. And the second structure is subject plus first form of verb plus object. We use this structure for plural numbers and I, you, we and they. Let's see the use of this structure, where we use this structure. If your verb ends in vowel or consonant, we add s next to the verb, that is he weeps. वो रोता है. If your verb ends in sibilants, sibilants are sh, ch, ss and x, we add es. For example, this verb end in ch, we use es. He watches TV. Okay. If your verb ends in consonant plus y, we add ies and we remove y into the I and add es. For example, she study. There is a consonant and y, so we replace y to I and add ies. She studies a lot. वो बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ती है. Now this is the example of this structure. Now let's discuss its negative. The negative structure are, the negative structure is subject plus helping verb, does plus not first form of verb plus object. This is the negative structure: subject plus helping verb, does plus not plus first form of verb plus object. Subject is a doer of any action, verb any action, and object is a receiver of any action. Let's see the example for showing this structure. That is the he doesn't weep. The identification of negative sentences, not is always come in the negative sentences, and in Urdu nahi word is used in the negative sentences. We use does, so that's why we remove the s from this verb, so he doesn't weep. Now come to the interrogative structure. Negative structure is helping verb, the identification of the negative sentences are, it always start with helping verb and ends in the question mark. And the negative structure is helping verb, does plus subject, first form of verb plus object and the question mark. For example, does he weep? This is the example of this these pronoun and this structure of interrogative. Let's discuss the another structure of present tense. subject plus first form of verb plus object. We use this structure for I, you, we, they. This is the affirmative structure, and let's see this example. I eat food. I is a subject, first form of a verb, and food is the object. मैं खाना खाती हूँ. Let's discuss its negative structure. Negative structure is subject plus helping verb, do plus not plus object. This is the affirmative structure, and this is the negative structure. Let's see this example. We use the do as a helping verb, so I don't eat food. Now come to its interrogative structure. That is the helping verb, do, subject, first form of verb plus object plus question mark. Its example, do I eat food, and ends in question mark. Now this is the end of present indefinite simple tense. Let's move towards the past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense is also called the simple tense, and the identification the past time, the time which had gone is called the past tense. The identification of this tense is tha, this is the Urdu identification, tha, thi, the, and your verbs end in these words. So this is the identification in Urdu, and in English we use this second form of verb in this tense. Let's see its structure. Affirmative structure, that is the subject plus second form of verb plus object. And let's see its example for showing this structure. And we use this structure for all pronoun. He wept. Wept is the second form of weep. He wept. वो रोता था. उसने कैमरा खरीदा. She bought a camera. Bought is a past form or second form of a verb. So she is a subject, bought second form of verb, and a camera is an object. Now let's discuss its negative sentences and its structure. Negative structure is subject plus helping verb, did, subject plus helping verb, did plus not plus first form of verb plus object. We use the first form of verb in negative sentences of past indefinite. Why? Because we use the past form of helping verb of do, that is the did. That's why we are using here the first form of verb in negative and interrogative sentences. Let's see the example for showing this structure. He, subject, did not, helping verb, he didn't weep. وہ نہیں روتا تھا. Now let's discuss its interrogative sentences and its structure. Interrogative structure, that is the helping verb did, کیا اس نے کیمرہ خریدا. Did she buy a camera. Buy is the first form of verb, that is the bought, right, and we use the did as a helping verb, and she is a subject. Buy, first form of verb, a camera object, and ends with the question mark. Now this is the end of the past indefinite tense. Let's discuss the last type of a tense, that is the future indefinite. The future indefinite tense is also called the future simple tense. The identification of this tense is identification in Urdu is ga, gi, ge, and in English we use the two helping verb, that is the shall and will plus first form of verb. This is the identification in English. We use the helping verb plus first form of verb shall and will. In the old time we use the both helping verbs. Now in modern time we only use this will helping verb. So you can make the sentences by using the both helping verbs. So let's discuss its structure, affirmative structure. The future time shows the time which is going to come, and this is the structure of affirmative structure: subject plus helping verb, will or shall plus first form of verb plus object. You can use will for all pronoun like he, she, it, I, you, we, they in modern English, but in old English we use the shall for I and we, will we use for he, she, it, but you can use for both helping verbs for all pronoun. Let's see its example. She will go there, وہ وہاں جائے گی. She is a subject, will is a helping verb, first form of verb go, and object is there. Now come to its negative tense and its structure. This is the structure: subject plus helping verb, will and shall, plus object, and the example is she will not, or you can use the contraction won't. She won't go there or she will not go there. This is the example of negative sentences. Let's see its interrogative structure. This is the structure of interrogative sentence. Helping verb will, shall plus subject, first form of verb plus object and the ends in question mark. And the example is kya wo wahan jayegi, and in English will she go there. Will is a helping verb, she is a subject, go first form of verb and there is an object. Now this is the end of the tenses portion. Let's discuss its content. How will you close your copy and how would you maintain the index and the closing page? Let's discuss. Now this is the closing page of tenses portion. First you will have to write the content. Content is based upon these things: tenses, types, the present tense, the past tense and the future tense, and in the end you will close your copy. The first semester midterm has been closed. The teacher remarks, teacher signature and stamp. Let's discuss its index. This is the index part, and first you will have to write in week number 1 the title. For semester midterm has been started. In week number 2 we have studied the present tense and types of tense and the present tense. In week number 3 we have discussed the past tense, and in week number 4 we have discussed the future tense. Now in the end you will write this tag: first semester midterm has been closed, the teacher remarks, teacher signature and the stamp. Now this is the end of the revision of tenses portion. Okay, now this is the end of the first semester midterm content of tenses portion and the revision week, and in the end I am informing you that your copies are collecting. So if you have completed your work, submit it at admin block, and if you don't complete, so kindly complete your work first, then send it to admin block. And in the last I am requesting to the parents, kindly make complete your child's work and send your child with complete work and complete preparation for the exams, because exams will be taken after reopening the school. So get ready for the exams, and thank you very much. We will meet you in the classroom and in the exams. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.